Good morning. Welcome to your last day of high school. Although our last day was, 2 months ago, but officially speaking, this is your senior goodbye. So I have some words I'd like to share with you because I like to think that maybe if everything had gone according to plan, maybe I'd get to stand in front of you in the auditorium and address you if I had enough votes. But regardless, I do have some things that I would like to say to you if we were together, which we still are. So, dear seniors, statistically speaking, there's an Albert Einstein quote that I'd like to share with you. It speaks very much to what I want to say to you today. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. We've seen a lot that's been counted lately, and I'd like to think that what I taught you in stats helped you understand all of these things being counted lately. the graphs and the bell curve. And I hope that you understand that as much as we can count and measure, which I'm all about, I find a lot of comfort in being able to know that 2 plus 2 always equals 4, and 5 squared is always 25. And there are certain things you can always count on that there's only ever one answer. But life usually doesn't work that way. And this is one of those cases where you can crunch the numbers and you can do the analytics and you can make the graphs and you can get an idea of the situation at hand, but you really are not sure how it's going to end or when it's going to end. We can estimate it, but there's a lot in life that is uncertain. And while we can count these things, there are a lot of things that we can't count. We could make all the graphs we wanted about the time that you spent at Stony studying and playing sports and being with clubs or on stage, learning new music, hanging out with your friends. We can track all of that, but we can't say how much it actually impacted your life. We can calculate the mean and standard deviation of your GPA, your class's GPA, but we really have no idea if that actually affects where life takes you. We can estimate the probabilities of you completing college or gaining employment from attending a particular university, given that. But we really don't know how many lives that you will impact down the road because of those decisions. You can count your blessings, but you can't measure your success. Success is measured by different people, lots of different ways. And it really doesn't have anything to do with how much money you have in the bank or what numbers are on your paycheck, the value of the car in your driveway, or how big your house is, or how many miles you travel in your life. So what I'm trying to say is analyze your options. It's what I've taught you to do. Make educated decisions based on the evidence that you have at hand. But more than anything, I want you to listen to your heart. I want you to be true to yourself. I want you to do the right thing when nobody's watching. I want you to be unnecessarily kind, even when people don't deserve it. Be a good human, like the sign next to my classroom door says. I want you to know how much I've just loved getting to know you this year and spending time with you, and that I really did look forward to our time together. There were days when I was so excited to see you come in the door so that we could have a chat. There was something that I saw that made me think of you when we weren't together, and I really, really, really enjoyed our time together. And that, as much as this ending is rotten, I really am trying to focus my energy on how it began and how it was in the middle. When I think of the beginning and I think of Taylor Cookbook and Gracie Gummy Bear and Kate Illustration and Soapy Sophie, and then there was a Sophia, Lexi lined paper, all of those things, that silly things we did in that first week that you helped me remember your name. We had a lot of fun. Even when I was in Mexico, I'm like, let's find the stats. And you guys stepped up and it was so much fun. So this really isn't a goodbye because it's not final. I'm not going anywhere. You know where you can find me, and you can always find me, whether it is through my email or my Instagram or Remind, because I'm really not in any hurry to delete these things. Um, I will always be here. I will always be here cheering you on, and I have your back. And if you ever need my help with stats or math, I'm here. So, as much as we might not get to do the hug and the handshake senior walk thing today, it's coming. I'm issuing you an IOU for that when the time comes and it's right. Um, so here's to your next adventure, because for as much as you can predict, oh, I'm sorry, for as much as you can count and analyze, you can't predict what's going to happen. And that's what an adventure is. So here's to you.